Hello Internet, Taliesin here, and today we are talking tanking. What your movie is guaranteed to do if it stars Aaron Paul. Which is weird, isn't it? Because I'd have thought that the prophet Joshua was the perfect casting for you, Aaron. Seriously, I have no idea what went wrong there. And actually, that's not what we're talking about at all, because I am talking tanks in the world of Warcraft. The absolute #1 best way to skip the LFR queue, and all the proof anyone will ever need that you are a grade A, top draw Warcraft player. Because it's well known that if you're the tank, that means you are, by default, the best, most skilled player of any group you are in, and that's just a scientific fact. Oh, hi, Aaron. Because you know, tanking is hard. It's not just pulling aggro and then AFKing for 10 minutes while your raid group wipes, and then you can tell them what fucking noobs they are. Or actually, in Legion, it kind of is a bit like that, actually. But anyway, join us as we look at where each tanking spec is at right now. And a quick note on the footage we'll be using, which is all from pre-Legion. We're not going to show you any Legion spoilers here. Oh, except for Khadgar being a Doom Lord, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows that already, don't they? So, okay, no spoilers from now on. And without further ado, go, 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 go. Yes, I know, tanking isn't a solo endeavour. It's like getting married or going for a high five. Not the kind of thing it's fun to do alone. But the thing about the Vengeance Demon Hunter is that it's impossible to ignore the very strong feeling that actually, that's exactly what Blizzard want you to do, and what the class is designed for. In an expansion where Blizzard have specifically said that they want tank survival to depend on healers and not active tank mitigation or self-healing, you're always going to be a bit suspicious of the tank that is based on self-healing. And this is the bad news. As the numbers stand right now, Vengeance isn't too hot at Legion Endgame, where it's squishier than a chocolate mage that's been left out in the sun. But numbers change, and what won't change is the good news. Vengeance Demon Hunters are so fucking cool. As the newest class in the whole game, and yes, they are technically even newer than Havoc Demon Hunters since they were last on the beta, they have such satisfying animations and effects that playing Vengeance is like living in a house made of bubble wrap. It's not all too practical, but it's going to be almost impossible not to have fun. And that just gets better as you get more talents, because don't forget, if you're only playing live, you've only seen half of what the Demon Hunter can do. You've still got Blade Crash and Fell Eruption to come, and you know what? Lots of people aren't interested in high-end mythic content, and just want to hump rares and world bosses, run normal and heroics, and for that, let's face it, majority of people, Vengeance is solid and an absolute blast, with amazing mobility, mitigation, and that self-healing based rotation with Soul Cleave and the aforementioned total badassness, making Demon Hunter the choice of the independent soul in Legion. Now, for better or worse, we live in a simplified world of Warcraft. A world where anyone can pick up a tank and get to grips with it pretty quickly and very effectively, and generally, that's great. Anything Blizzard can do to make tanking less intimidating is to be encouraged. But with the best will in the world, a lot of the simplification of tanking in Legion has trodden the line of becoming just a tiny bit boring, at lower difficulties at least. And sometimes, like the groom at a Mormon wedding, you just want more. And that's what the Brewmaster monk gives us. There is so much in the Brewmaster right now, so many options, that it is the choice of the tank connoisseur. If other tanks are special brew, powerful but a bit bland and likely to rot your brain, Brewmaster is like a fine red wine. Yes, I'm getting hints of engaging gameplay with undertones of wide-ranging and meaningful talent choices built around a strong base of blackout combo with a dash of Gift of the Ox. There is so much to think about all of the time with Brewmaster. How do you want your stuns? How do you want to move around? What will you empower with your blackout combo? How are you going to juggle those brew charges? And those choices will give you rewards. It keeps you on your toes, and it's an absolute blast for someone that enjoys tanking. On a practical level, Brewmasters have great mobility and, as always, are super easy to heal because of that shuffle, smothering that bursty damage and making it smoother than the soles of James Brown's shoes. Okay, maybe not that smooth, that is damn smooth. And yes, I know they've got one of the most underwhelming artifact traits, but Brewmaster still walks away with the title of most fun tank in Legion with about as much effort as Paladin winning a racist cake baking competition. Well done, Brewmaster. I mean this in the nicest possible way, but Prop Paladin is the absolute other end of the scale to Brewmaster at the moment. Being the tanking class is actually really difficult not to perform well. And like most tanks, they have been pruned and simplified. There are no more seals. Seals are gone. Stop thinking about seals. But that doesn't mean that paladins don't have options. In fact, quite the opposite. Prop paladins have mana, but it gets about as much use as Jennifer Aniston's bra, because paladins are the Legion cooldown kings, having a trick up their sleeve for any eventuality. Unfortunately, I found that often means their general gameplay is a case of what's off cooldown, hit it, like a sort of a cooldown whack-a-mole, filling the gaps with the usual Judgment, Consecration, and Avenger's Shield. And there were hints that Paladin gameplay was going to be a bit more involved than that, with the idea that you'd need to stay in Consecration to get the most out of it, which might have spiced things up a bit, but there are loads of talents that mean you basically don't have to be in Consecration after all, so I don't know what happened there. But here's the thing, Paladins are strong. Damage is kept smooth, you can block or mitigate so much that added to the extra utility you bring to the group with blessings and group healing, there is going to be a place for prot in most high-level raid and mythic teams. And the fact that it is so user-friendly means that there may well be players experiencing that content that would have otherwise thought it beyond them, and that's probably a really good thing. It is, maybe more than any other, the class that takes the intimidation out of tanking. If you're looking for a class to start tanking with for the first time, or if you've had bad experiences with tanking in the past, Paladin might be a really strong choice. So here's the thing, Blizzard really couldn't afford to fuck up Guardian Druids this expansion. Lots and lots of people are going to want to play this spec for one simple reason. Yeah, those artifact skins are the best thing that has happened to bears since Gigi here found the Zoo Gin cupboard. And the good news is, Blizzard have not fucked up Guardian Druid. In fact, it's pretty much better than it's ever been in Legion from a strength point of view. It's solid, it's got really good, well-rounded damage reduction and healing, absolutely brilliant magic reduction, and nice cooldowns with talent choices that are choices and let you choose whether you want a more engaged style of play or if you'd rather float along on the new simplified tank style a bit more. It's good, it's solid. Basically, Guardian Druid is a meat shield with a health pool deeper than the dent to your ego was when you got your competitive Overwatch rating. Designed to be able to withstand plenty of damage, and now that tanks rely on healers much more, that massive health pool is a pretty big advantage over other tanks in that respect. It's fun too, it's well suited to single target and AoE tanking. Guardian Druid is just really balanced right now, but not a balanced Druid though, okay, you understand. Okay, the Blood DK is really fun in Legion, and as usual, they are the self-healing kings of the tanking world. So what's the difference between them and Demon Hunters then? Well, mainly, Blood self-healing is stronger than Vengeance, with their absorbs added to their self-healing capabilities, and means that it doesn't seem to have the same problems in Mythic raids and dungeons. And I rated Demon Hunters better soloists because of their terrific mobility, whereas Blood is easily the slowest tank, being about as mobile as the average guest at a Bill Cosby drinks party. But they are really interesting to play in dungeons and raids. Their self-sustainability and some really useful cooldowns means that they are always going to play a very active part in their group. At its most basic, Blood gameplay is based around maintaining your bone shield at 5 stacks or so, and choosing the right moment to spend your runic power on Death Strike for self-healing. Death and Decay is definitely my favourite aggro ability in the game. And no, they are not mobile, but Death Grip and Gorfine's Grasp are still the coolest and most uniquely useful mob placement tools in the game. Blood has got a lot going for it in Legion. They still feel unique in tanking terms, they've still got their niche, and they are really fun to play. What more could you want? Now, the reason most people watch a video like this, I know, is not because they want to know what the most fun to play spec is. It's not even to hear me make awesome Bill Cosby jokes, and that's hard to believe, I know, but it's true. It's because you want to know what class to play to be guaranteed that raid spot. Because generally, there are only 2 tank raid spots, and they're harder to come by than a poor person that Bill O'Reilly quite likes. So if you want to be a shoo-in for that tank spot, there's one class which is very obviously extremely strong at top level content at the moment, and that is the Protection Warrior. Now, something to bear in mind, numbers change. Playstyle, not so much, and it's fair to say that Prot isn't the most inspiring it's ever been. It's a brilliantly mobile class that can use Heroic Leap and Intercept to zip around a raid probably better than anyone else, but the general rotation comes down to one basic choice. Can I hit a decent Ignore Pain? Yes, hit Ignore Pain. No? Wait until I can, then hit Ignore Pain. I'm being a tad facetious here, obviously. There is more to it than that, but it's a bit like Channing Tatum. It's strong, successful, but maybe just a bit too simple to be truly satisfying. But who cares, right? At the moment, the top raiding guilds are saying that Prot is essentially a required pick, and that means plenty of other guilds will be insisting on running one without even fully understanding why. And anyway, I'll always have a soft spot for Prot too. I love playing it. I can't help but see a warrior tank as one of the classic classes classes, along with a priest healer and a mage DPS. I mean, that is a holy trinity right there. I'm sentimental about things like that, sorry. So yeah, at the moment, Prot Warrior is the boss of the tanks in terms of pure numbers. It all really comes down to whether you're looking for anything more than that. Some of you will be, some of you won't be, and that's all okay. So there it is, our rundown of Legion tanks right now. Feel free to tell us why we're completely wrong in the comments below, but I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did like it, you can like it if you like, and subscribe if you subscribe. I promise we'll make more videos. If you didn't like it, downvote the shit out of it, and remember, my name is Hiramu Red X. No, my name is Taliesin of Taliesin and Evitel. Check out more of our videos on screen now. Join us on Twitter at Taliesin Evitel. Hey, and thanks for watching this video and being so clever and attractive to boot. I mean, all our viewers are, but especially you. You're the best. Until next time, cheerio.